Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the message was sent to me by one of our brother, and the message, it reads like this. Brother Nash, how are you? I am so happy and excited that I was able to forgive my wife even after she had cheated on me. It is far much better that I stayed with my wife, and because of her cheating, we ended up being here in the United Kingdom. And I want to advise fellow men to get to their wives, to speak with their wives if it happens that their wives have cheated on them, to talk about the issues, not just to walk away. There are a lot of pressures that we face as men in society. There are a lot of people on Facebook who will tell you, will give you advice to break up with your wife if it happens that she ends up with a boyfriend and you find out. They'll say that you have the right to divorce your wife because she has cheated on you. My brother, let me be honest with you, brother to brother. I was once that guy, the one that used to follow a lot of Facebook groups where men who says that they know everything about marriage, yet they are only doing it because they want money on Facebook. I used to be a guy that was filled with pride, who used to swear that if I catch my wife cheating, that is the end of the marriage. And to tell you the truth, I was wrong, and I am glad that I woke up and I saw that men on Facebook, they will lie to you, yet you do not even know why they give those advices in the first place. Life was very difficult for me and my wife when we were still back home in Zim, but currently now that we are in the United Kingdom, I am enjoying life. I am living as if I am a king. My family, they do not even know that my wife cheated on me twice. First with another guy who was a little bit wealthy, then with the agent who brought us to the UK. My wife also slept with that guy, but I chose forgiveness. I chose peace in my marriage, and I am so happy because of the decisions that I took. And when I saw messages between my wife and another man, this was back in Zim around 2018. I was working, I had a small hardware shop. It was just a small tuck shop with a little bit of stock. We were struggling. I was born and raised in Mutare as well as my wife. She was selling clothes part-time, and she would sell this second-hand clothes that came from Mozambique. You know, the usual hustle that we do in Zim. So as for my wife, she had a lot of clients, and amongst the clients, there was this other man who had a big shop in Harare. So this man used to send my wife to go and buy some stock whenever he did not have in Mozambique, and we were making good money. We were struggling, yes, but we were surviving. I was faithful. I was that type of a man who will never go to drink, a man who loved his family. But as for my wife, she made a mistake. Since she is a human being, we all make mistakes. She made a mistake and she fell for some guy who was a little bit wealthier than we were. We had a fancy car from Harare who used to come and restock from her shop. I still remember how my heart sank when I saw the pictures in her phone, the way that she was hugging the guy, and the chats that were in the phone after I had opened up WhatsApp. So I took her phone and I went to where my cousin brother was staying, because he also stayed in Mutare town. So then that was when I went to my cousin brother. I wanted to tell him that this was what it happened. I had found out that my wife was cheating on me, and when I arrived at his house, I was so angry. I remember sitting with my cousin and I wanted to tell him, but that was when something inside of me said, just wait, do not tell your brother. If you tell your brother, then it means that you are going to be forced to divorce your wife. Do you really want to divorce your wife? And I said no. Maybe I was weak, maybe I was wise, but I then told my cousin brother that I wanted to return back home so that I can give my wife a phone for her clients. They kept on calling me. When I returned back home, my wife, she already knew what had happened. I found her. She was crying. She cried. I had never seen my wife cry so hard like that. I felt so sorry for him. She went on her knees and she confessed, and she said that even though she had cheated on me, but it meant nothing. I was the only man that was always permanently staying in her heart, and she was just caught up because the guy promised her money for rent and a better life. She said that she never loved him anyway. She loved me, and it was because of poverty that had made her to cheat on me. Whether it was true or not, I'll never know, but I stayed. Me and my wife, we then started to work on our goals that we had of moving from Africa, coming to Europe. My wife also cheated on the guy who was busy processing her papers. I found out when her visa was about to come out. I then sat down and I calculated, and I said, this woman, she is about to leave Africa, maybe for good. Let me stick by her. So then that was when my wife said she was never going to forget me, because I had forgave her twice when she had cheated on me twice, and no one even knew that this was what my wife had done to me. Even my friends, they never knew that this was what had happened between me and my wife and her getting a visa. It was because of the relationship that she now had with the agent who assisted us to come to Europe. Brother Nash, never believe what you see on social media. When me and my wife, if we post pictures or videos on Facebook, a lot of people, they think that we are the perfect couple, but they do not even know that behind the back, this is what happened. My wife cheated on me in order for us to be where we are right now. So my wife, what I respect about her is that she never forgot me. When she came to Europe, she stayed, and then she sent money for me so that I can also come to Europe. I was so happy, and I said, God, but I made a good decision. My wife, even though she cheated on me, but I am still with my wife. And to those that will judge me, you might be stuck in Africa, but I am here living in Birmingham for the past 2 years. Both of us, we are working. We have bought a small car. We have even started the process of buying a house. And my wife has been the best wife she has ever been. She is loyal. She is submissive. And she is so grateful to me. And sometimes she tells me that, I thank you for forgiving me, my husband. If you had left me, I don't know where I would be today. Look, I'm not saying all men should tolerate being cheated on. No, some situations are just toxic, and some women cheat without ever forgiving you, without ever changing. And as a man, you need to make your decision according to your situation. Do not rely on those people on Facebook. There are people who will tell you that once you get cheated on, you need to move fast like a Wi-Fi to run away from your marriage. But you need to calculate what is the best for the kids, what is the best for you as a man. If your woman made a mistake and you know deep down she regrets it, don't throw her away if you do not have to. Look at me now. Look at the life that I am living. If I had dumped my wife, maybe I would be stuck in Zim. If I had walked away, I will still be having that little fake hardware shop of mine. I would be a bitter man, maybe alcoholic, drinking too much, jumping from one woman to woman, maybe getting HIV by the end of the day. But now I am in the UK. When I was preparing to come to the UK, I said to my wife, baby, when I come there, please just clean your phone. If it was like you were dating another man, just make sure that you finish that relationship before I come to join you. I don't want anything that is going to disturb our marriage. And she says that she never slept with a man when she was alone, but I really do not care. You know what? Now I am in the UK. I eat what I want. I sleep peacefully at night. I am building a big house back home, and most importantly, I have a woman who understands the value of second chances because she was given one. To my brothers out there, do not let your pride that you are taught by your so-called stingy men associations to destroy your future. Love your woman even if she has cheated on you. It does not matter. Do not listen to the admins of different groups who will tell you to never forgive a cheater. Forgive your wife if she cheats on you. Forgiveness is very good. Look at me now. I am enjoying a very beautiful life. My kids, they go to school and they are private schools. We are building a better future for our children. Whilst on Facebook, you are busy defending each other, saying that when your wives have cheated on you, do not forgive them. It does not matter. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother right there, who is saying that as a man, he took that decision to forgive his wife and is proud that his wife dated an agent who brought them to the United Kingdom, and he knew what was happening, but he chose to keep quiet, for he was fighting for a better future. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Then there is another message as well that I received that was sent to me by one of our brother. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? There is a woman who is staying here in South Africa. I am going to bewitch this woman. She and her child, I am going to bewitch them both. And I want that woman to suffer so much before she dies. And I want her child to suffer as well because of what her mother did to me. I was someone that was working in the farms. My boss had a plot, so I was working as a gardener at the plot where he was staying. Then that was when I met this woman. I tell you, Brother Nashi, even if I see a woman from my country who is desperate here in South Africa, I will never listen to her story. I will never assist a desperate woman from Zim ever again in my life. So when I met this woman who became my girlfriend, we started staying together. I met her when she was very desperate. She did not have a job. She had been fired from her job and she had recently came to South Africa. Then that was when I proposed love to her. She was ignoring me. Then that was when my boss told me that he wanted a maid, and he wanted a maid whom I was related to so that she won't give my boss problems, someone that I could control. That was when I spoke with this woman and I said, you know, I am looking for a wife, and this wife that is going to be staying with me, there are benefits, because once you become my wife, then you are going to get a job as well. So I thought that this was love, but I did not know that she was just a desperate woman who wanted a job. She agreed all of a sudden. She was all romantic with me, yet she used to ignore me on WhatsApp. And then that was when I brought her to the plot where I was staying. I went with her and I spoke with my boss. After I had spoken with my boss, then my boss agreed for her to become my wife. And then that was when I started asking this woman to have a baby with me because I did not have a child. This woman, Brother Nashi, she made me to think that I cannot impregnate a woman because we stayed together, and she was like, I am trying, but you are unable to impregnate me. It was only after I had spoken with a friend laughed at me and she said, do you know that your girlfriend, there was this other month when she went to Zim, when she went there, that was when she had an implant. That was why she never wanted you to touch her on her left arm. That was where the implant was, and she was using a family planning method on you, and you never knew that this was what she had done. So we started fighting, me and this woman. The moment that my boss started giving her a salary, she never listened to me. Brother Nashi, I used to assist this woman. When I met her, her parents, they were staying in mud houses, but because of me, they are now staying in beautiful houses. Each and every month, my salary, after paying the rent and buying food, I will be left with only 200 rands. The rest of the money, I would give it to her mother so that she can renovate her houses. I am the one who looked for people to make cement bricks at her house and digging up the foundation as well. That was when she stole my money that was in my Mukuru card, and she put it in her Mukuru card, and she ran away from me, and I heard that she was now staying with another man. I was so angry, and I spoke with that man. The man then said that he had a gun. He was going to shoot me if I kept on bothering his wife, and she had moved in with him. Within a couple of months, she was pregnant. So then I approached her friend, and I thought that maybe I was someone that cannot impregnate a woman. So whilst I was speaking with a friend, the friend then said, no, don't think that you cannot make a woman to fall pregnant. It is just that my friend told me that you once impregnated her and you were too poor, and she did not want to have a child with a poor man. And then that was when she removed the pregnancy. That time when she quickly rushed back home, she wanted to go and get that implant, the Jadel, so that you will never impregnate her again. But when she met her new lover, she said that this man deserves to be given a child. And then that was when she removed the implant, and she did not want you to impregnate her. That is why she ran away from you whilst you were at work, and she started staying with that man. My heart was broken, Brother Nashi, when I found out that this was what this woman had done to me. But you know what I am going to do. One day is one day. I am going to get a powerful traditional healer. I am not going to rest until I find a traditional healer that is going to bewitch this woman. This woman is supposed to die. And when she dies, I do not want her to die peacefully. She has to suffer first. And after suffering, she must watch a child suffer as well. And then she dies. And after she would have died, I want a child to die that she had with her rich husband. This is my own confession. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Then there is another message that was forwarded to me by one of our admin. The message reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post me as anonymous? I am a woman who is currently staying here in Soweto. I moved here. This was like a very long time ago. And then I got married here. So when I came to Soweto, my grandmother had given me a snake that I brought with me to Soweto. My grandmother, she was a sangoma, and my mother was a witch. And me bringing this snake, it also made me to become a witch. I have moved from one church to another. I do not want to do this anymore. This snake, it does not give me anything, but all that it does is that it disturbs the peace of other people. I am someone that do not want to see people succeed in the area where I'll be staying. I have tried to speak with different pastors, but all of them, they have failed to pray for me. I am currently staying here in Protea Glen. If there is a pastor, I don't want a prophet or a traditional healer, because they use the same spirits, like the same spirit that my grandmother was using. I want a pastor who can pray for me. So when my brother moved to Johannesburg, this was in the year 2002, a few years later, he started a small business of fixing fridges. And then that was when he got married to a Tswana girl who turned him against his family, and he never visited us back home ever again. That was when I was sent, and I came here after they had 2 kids, and I was supposed to bewitch this Tswana woman that he was staying with. Indeed, I came, they accepted me, and they even built a backroom shack for me at their place where they had gotten. And then that was when I would put some herbs and charms that I had brought with me from KZN, including the snake. So during the day, this snake, it would go around the location looking for rats, and at evening it would come back to me and it would wake me up, and I would go and I would sleep with my brother. But I will do this in the spirit. So sleeping with my brother made him to hate his wife, and with the herbs that I would put in the food, it was like a slow poison. She started to have swollen legs and swollen arms until she passed away. They said that it was depression and high blood pressure, because my brother, because I used to sleep with him spiritually, and this made him to want to sleep with other women, and this made his wife to be depressed, and she had high blood pressure until she passed away. And then that was when I returned back home and I wanted to give this snake to my grandmother. She pretended as if she had taken it from me, but she did not do that. When I returned back, and then that was when I got married, my husband was sick. I went to another sangoma when I was told that I was a witch. So to this very day, Brother Nashi, I really do not want to see people succeed in life. I have made so many people to suffer because of my witchcraft. There is this other woman from Dobsonville. She was someone that had a saloon, and I just hated her for no reason at all, and I bewitched her, and she started running mad. There was another guy who bought a brand new Golf GTI. I just hated him, and he went mad as well after he had crashed into a robot pole, and they said that there was blood that entered into his brain. I really do not understand the medical term, and he was running mad until he passed away. I even bewitched a pastor in Meadowlands. I really do not know why. I just went there with some women that came to collect me at night, and we went there and we bewitched him. And really, this is what I do, and I do not enjoy what I do. In the area where I am staying, I have blocked too many people's destinies. I have blocked job interviews, business deals, happy marriages. Those that were supposed to pass their exams, I have blocked them. There was even one young man who was supposed to go on a job interview. You know what I did the day when they were going to call him? I saw a bright light that was flying here in Protea Glen. It was like an angel that was about to locate him. That was when I blocked him. His phone fell into the water, and then at the place where he was supposed to go and work, they tried calling him several times, and his phone, it was just vibrating. He did not even have the money to go and get it fixed. I saw everything in a vision, and they picked someone else. So I really do not want to do this. I don't want to be helped by prophets, because I know that they use the same spirits that the Sangoma uses. I want a pastor. I don't know if you can recommend any pastor who can pray for me. I am tired of blocking people that are not even related to me. Why do I block their destinies from ever locating them? All that I want to do is to make sure that no one in my neighborhood succeeds in life. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who gave us this translation. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk about this in the comment section.